All right, so we have the Rad Wagon 4, and we're quickly outgrowing like the weight limits and stuff. And it says here that the rear rack has 120 pound capacity, and the kids are about that. The brakes are horrible, so when we get back from our trip, I'm going to have new brakes added, and it's just not fitting us anymore. And like the electric Expedition like is in the same price range when you add the accessories and stuff. Their rear rack has 300 pound capacities, and the max is 100 pounds higher than the Rad Wagon. But I don't really want a long-tailed cargo bike anymore. I'm kind of worried about us getting like hit by a car because we don't have many paths like where we live. And so I was looking at the trikes like I was before we got the Rad Wagon, because my husband just wanted to buy like the cheapest option because he said I was not going to stick with it. And it's like, okay, so this is the one I was looking at first. There's an option to get like this cargo like box in there. It can basically fit a purse is what it looks like online, maybe like a grocery bag. This one tilts to steer, and the max load in the box is about 80 kilograms, so it's just like 175 pounds. So I think that would be good because then I'd be able to take my dog places. I was also looking at this Furla. This one is 400 pound total capacity though. I just don't know about this because it's really expensive. If you do get the door, it's on the side, and it wouldn't be very good for like our dog because our dog is like quite big. I'm going off the screen there. So there's that, and I think this one can fit like 80 kilograms in the box as well. So this is just 400 total pounds. So there's the Carved Mountain. It moves like the Butchers and Bicycles. So it's 80 kilograms in the box. And then it's from like Baboe. You have to get the Mountain. For like hills, it has a better motor than just the base model. And we have lots of hills like where we live. And then another one I was looking at was also like the Flow Mountain. This one, the wheels move, like you turn the handlebars and then the wheels move, and that's why they're sticking out so far, and the box does not move. And I'm just like, I don't know how the wood's like going to hold up like over time. Like even if it did have like a door in the front, the kids have to like climb in and out of it. And I know that our girls don't like climbing on and off the Rad Wagon. It's like starting to cause some issues. So I'm going to remove the side safety bars and just leave on the front and the back for now. But I don't kind of worried about Ela because Ela like flops everywhere. But yeah, I'm just like, there is a kind of localish store that is a Butchers and Bicycles dealer. Whenever you add on all the options, because everything is an add-on, like you get the they have the cushion seat. It's not an option on their site yet, but I'm sure like if you called and stuff and got it on there, and you like the glove box and the water hood, I think that's it, just adding the accessories. And like doing the door is like $12,000. And so we got the cargo bike originally because Shrikant was talking about a second car. I was like, I really hate driving here. You know, I've been asking for a bike for like a couple years and I got it. And we do ride quite a bit. It's like, now that we started like going out to like farmers markets and stuff, I'm getting like more comfortable on the bike. We're doing at least like 50 miles a week. So it's not just like small trips, like we're doing bigger ones as well. But I just need to get the brake issue fixed out, and then we need something with a higher weight limit. Because right now the Radwagon 4 is not working. So that's why we're kind of looking at that. And my husband was talking about getting like a second rad, like the Rad Runner, but I was like, why? Because he's much lighter than I am. So when he has the kids on, he says the brakes are perfectly fine. They work really well. But I'm like, I am like 70 pounds heavier than him. So I'm just like, they do not work that well. And it's like, I'm really scared that we're not going to stop like when I need it to. So that's like another thing. So I really want to get better brakes on it, like when we get back. So I'm going to do that at REI because Radwagon partners with VeloFix. That thing is expensive. Like just to do the maintenance, super expensive. So that's why we're going to take it to REI and see if they'll do that first. So yeah, so that's why it's kind of aggravating. I wish we would have bought a better bike to begin with. Like, I know like I had been looking at Turn. I don't have the thing open. Like the Turn, I think it's the HSD. They can carry 2 kids. But again, once you get the options on and stuff, it's closer to $10,000. And the Radwagon with all of the options when we bought it was like $3,000. So it's a huge price difference. But we are using it a lot, and I want to go like further. Yeah, so that's just kind of aggravating that we're like so close to the weight limit now. And Mala's scared to ride on her own bike. So we're going to have to figure that out. So that'll be fun. And then, let's see. So this is the map of like the bikeways where we live. We live in LA County. So basically, ignore the pink and purple because those are Shero roads. And like what are considered like safe roads. So cities mark like slow traffic areas. And that's like the pink and the purple. Let me see. I think so the purple is what's marked like actual like bike pathways through the cities. So that's Monrovia. And so it's not, this green is the multi-use trail that I use to get the girls to school. And then we also use it like when we come over here. This is the San Gabriel River Trail. And not all the entrances to the bike paths are marked on here. Because you can get on, I'm not sure. There's like you go past Encanto Park. There is a bridge across the LA River, or whatever that river is. Or the wash. And then you can come down here just a little bit further. And you can go to the Santa Fe Dam. There's parks there. There's like lots of activities that go on. Like the Renaissance Fair is there every year. There's like a car show, I think, or something. Don't quote me on the car show. So there's that. And I haven't gone past this because this has a really big hill. And I was really scared that we wouldn't stop. And so I actually have not gone past here. And though I do want to. We have ridden up like towards the end of this trail. I tried to go through Azusa to get to some parks, but Azusa is so scary while you're on a bike. There is where did it go? So up here, there is a, like, not quite that far. So there's Costco. Okay. They need to work on the markings. There's like a rock park. Oh, sorry. You can't even see what I'm talking about. I forgot. So Costco, it's Todd Avenue or Street, whatever that one is. And you go up here, and then there's like an entrance to the bike pathway. And I tried to go to Costco. This road is so scary. And I turned around and I went back onto the trail and went home. Azusa is just like a empty. They didn't even mark anything like bike routes or anything like that. Look at that. No effort whatsoever, Azusa. And so, there's not even sidewalks that go to Costco all the way. So I couldn't even read the sidewalks. Yeah. But Duarte's not much better. At least they have this multi-use path that's in the green right here. But it's really frustrating on that path. Just difficulties of biking. And then it's like, I almost hit an older guy. Like, there was this big line of kids, like, on the right side, and I was, like, passing them, and I was, like, worried about hitting one of the kids, so I was, like, going nuts on the way to school. And then this guy stepped in front of me, like, from the left side, and I nearly hit him. And it's like, I was so worried about the kids. Like, I didn't even pay attention to that guy, just, like, standing on the dirt path. So it was kind of like, yeah, it's kind of aggravating, and people stop and do yoga on the middle of the trail, and then they get mad at you when you're like, can you move? And they're like, oh, I'm stretching. It's like, stretch to the side. Don't even get me started on dogs off leashes. I'm not slowing down for your dog that's out of control. No way, no how. Yeah, but I really don't, Duarte's not really bike friendly. And so that's why I'm kind of worried about, like, where's that street at? But I just want to, like, go in quick to, like, CVS and just, like, get some things and then go back on the trail. I think this is CVS. I'm just trying to think because it doesn't have the roads, like, labeled. I think this one might be CVS. But anyways, you can, like, this one I think is 4 lanes here for, like, the turn lanes. And so it's really hard, like, coming down, especially with kids. And then you have all the speedsters that are coming off these exit ramps off, like, the 605. And then you have, like, all the speedsters, like, coming off these intersections. And that's, like, really hard to do. And then when you come down to, this is Highland. Highland is 4 lanes, and it's marked as Sharrow Road. The post office is, like, in this area, or, like, up here closer. There's, like, a shopping center, and then there's, like, the post office. When I want to go to the post office, I have to cross 4 lanes, and then I ride on the sidewalk, and I know you're not supposed to be, like, on the sidewalk. I'm not riding on the far right on a share lane to cross 3 lanes of traffic to get to the post office. There's no way it's happening. So it's like, they want you to do, like, the impossible is what I feel like when you're riding your bike. And so it's just like things like that. Oh, see, now this says Rite Aid, but Rite Aid shut down a long time ago. I think Big Lots is shut down now too. I think I saw, like, a going out of business sign before we left. But they do not make it easy to bike here. And so that's why we're kind of, this isn't even a Ralph's. This is how out of date this map is. This is a Smart and Final. But see, and also this purple line is ridiculous. This Royal Oaks is too narrow and people pass too dangerously. Because I've seen bikers almost hit when I drive. And so what I do is this little street. It might be like orange, I think. And so you have this trail up here. And then, so this is Royal Oaks. And you just go up here, you turn a left. This street is so quiet. I don't know why bikers insist on staying on Royal Oaks. I don't really understand it. And so I just take this street. And then here, where it turns back up, I go up here. And this is how I get to the Monrovia Farmers Market night. Then you turn left over here, past Brad Oaks. There is a stoplight right here, if this is the YMCA. And before we get to the stoplight, if there's cars behind me, I do my best to pull over if there's no like cars parked on the side of the street. And I let them pass and go in front of me at the stoplight. Because, no, this is the stoplight. Yeah, this is the YMCA. I'm a little confused. Okay, so this is the area with the stoplight. And so what I do is I stop along the stretch of road and I let the cars behind me go ahead of me at the stoplight because this is mountain. This is a very busy intersection, and there's so many cars parked on the side of the street. There's no place for me to pull over here. And so by stopping and letting them go here, I'm not getting dangerously past here. So that's what I do. And here it just becomes kind of hit and miss. I do come down like a block. It's really hard to turn here. There's not very much visibility, like to see who's coming. And then I go down one of these side streets. It honestly doesn't matter because these are residential streets. And then there you will run into the farmer's market. I don't want to try to guess these street names, but it's just kind of, yeah, it's hard to bike here with kids. But it's so much better than driving. I'm gonna be honest. I would actually really like, let me see where I'm at. I would really like to just, I don't know where I am. Where am I at? Yeah, I would really like to bike all the way over here. To like the mall. And there is, I don't know where the racetrack is. I don't know this area very well. But see, there's REI. Gotta bike all the way to REI over here. And again, Arcadia kind of looks like it's not loading. It's not just loading. There are no bike lanes to get over there. It's a free-for-all. So I really would like to bike to like Arcadia because there's lots of stuff we have to do over there actually. And it does take a long time to drive sometimes. Sometimes it takes me like an hour to drive to Arcadia, depending on if somebody crashed on the highway, you're screwed. Okay, so I hope this recorded.